My name is Fraser Leonard, and I'm an artist. I do sculpture and I do painting. I work in acrylics, on canvas, and I express myself in steel, copper, brass, and it's all intuitive. I am the Picasso, the Bruce Lee, and the Mozart of the art world. When I was a little kid, I had wood burning sets. I never followed the instructions. I always burned what I wanted to burn, not what the instructions said to burn. I was going against the grain when I was 5 years old. I wanted to do it my way. As a child, you're uninhibited, and I'm trying to still today be uninhibited as a child and not being controlled by all the other garbage that's going on all around us. I'm influenced by things that happen to people. I'm influenced by things that happen in our society in general. It's things that I've seen on television, places that I've been. My work is nature and human. It's a conglomerate of our total environment. And this world we live in, it has such a tremendous variety. So when I'm walking down the path around my lake house, I'm always looking down, looking at something. I see a certain stone has a certain shape to it. I pick it up and look at it and admire it for what it is. And if I get in the boat, whether I'm by myself or with someone else fishing, I'm always looking around at something besides what I'm actually doing. But somewhere in the niche of all that experience, you see things, you take pictures of things, and that comes out in your work. On top of all of that, my God above, my Jesus above, is the one that gives me the source, my repertoire of expressions that I feel very secure in. The mystery of it all is the fact that the canvas is blank, or the piece of metal is clean, or it can be rusty, but it has no purpose except to be manipulated. And there's always that excitement, waiting to see what is going to happen. It's like fishing. You sit in a boat, you throw your line overboard, whether you have a worm or a plastic worm, and it's the mystery of what are you going to catch? What am I going to capture today and put on that canvas? What am I going to express? What am I going to experience? It's all intuitive. I never know what is going to happen. When I paint intuitively, it just depends on what emotion or experience that I've had. Some of my moods are very dark and troublesome, and others are very bright and passionate. Every painting is different, just according to how I feel when I get up, and the things that I've experienced in the past come out of my paintings. If I'm tired with painting, I'm tired of flat surfaces, I want to become more physical, and so I start working with all types of metals. I have to decide whether I'm going to be something that's just on the wall, it's three-dimensional yet two-dimensional, hangs on a flat surface, or am I going to work in the round of three-dimensional? I'm interested in the shape of things, and those shapes will come about almost like my paintings. Not quite sure how things are going to turn out. I may have something as smooth and shiny and polished and all welded in place, and I walk over and pick up a horrible, rusty-looking, beat-up piece of metal that nobody in the world would ever combine it next to this piece of shiny metal and incorporate it with it. And this starts telling a real true story about the shape. After a while, it gets to be a couple 100 pounds. It's physical. You got to push on it, lean on it. You got to polish it, sand it, grind it. And my sculptures are very organic and they're very bold, just like my paintings. And I'm not afraid of any materials unless I haven't worked with them. I know when I do something, it's going to turn out and it's going to be good. They say, how do you know when you're finished? Well, it took me 50 years to figure that out. But I know when I walk away from something that I'm either finished with it or I know I may have to work on it again, but the expression was clean and it was honest and it wasn't fake. I look forward to experiencing some notoriety, and I hope that notoriety leads me to a higher plane of success by being invited to be at the St. Louis Art Museum someday. Whether I'm 65 now, whether I'm 95, I hope it happens to me. But when this is going to happen, I don't know. Only God knows. I have to paint. It's something I can do, but I have to. I have to paint. I have to create. It's just part of my nature, and I will do this until I die. Those people that are involved in my work as far as purchasing, when they purchase some of my work, they take my feelings frozen in time and paint or steel or material, and they mix their emotions with mine. So the beat goes on. What more can I say?